We were really sorry. We tried our best. We put him on ventilator, but we couldn't make it. I'm so sorry.
Halfway through the interview, Dr. Vikram Shah, the head of the critical care department at Delhi's Vimhans Hospital, breaks down.
Doctor, just
He was telling us how he lost a 42-year-old patient, a husband, a father of an 8-year-old to COVID, when grief overcame him.
And it happened with so many patients. I still remember Mr. Divya Prakash was there. He was saying, I am having a small child, I am having a daughter, which we couldn't make that. We were really sorry. We tried our best, we put him on ventilator, but we couldn't make it. His sister was there, he was just 42 years old, daughter was 8 years old, and I have talked with his daughter also. I promised he will come back. His sister was a doctor in US. We couldn't make it. Whatever best possible was available. We have done everything. We have put him on ventilator also, but still we couldn't make it. We are really sorry. That time no one was there. His wife was there, but we have done video calls and all.
Dr. Shah, like the patient he lost, has an 8-year-old daughter too. The loss too feels close to home.
We are not getting sleep. We are not like in a mood to have to eat also. Sometimes we sleep like that because things comes in my mind also. It keeps a lot of fear also. If it happens, it can happen to us also. We are all the time inside with the COVID patients only. There's a lot of fear, but I am thankful to my family. They are supporting me. I am also having a 8-year-old daughter. She is saying I am proud of my father.
I'm sure your daughter is very proud of the work you're doing, doctor.
Thank you.
In these ICUs, doctors have grappled with life and death every day for long before the pandemic. But this time, it has been different. 101 have died of the virus in the hospital since 25th March this year, a huge jump from last year.
But you have to do this on a everyday basis. You have to make those. Every day, do you have to make a phone call to your family?
Every day we are calling, we are counseling.
No, do you have to inform family members of passing away patients?
No, we have to. Who else is there? We have to do. In and out, round the clock, we are there with them. Good things also we tell कि patients are improving, but it's really tough to tell them the bad news. It's really tough.
This doctor tells us of how, despite the risks, families insist on seeing their loved ones in their final moments.
Usha Jain patient was there in the ICU.
Usha Jain.
Yeah, his son requested multiple
How
times.
old was the patient?
Ma'am, around 46, 47 years old. Female was there, and she was initially on BiPAP support. Night 12:30, I informed son. He said, "I am downstairs." So before intubating, before putting her on ventilator, I want to just talk to my wife. I called him. He met him, and after intubation also, he was downstairs. He said, "Just show me once on video what you have done, how she is now." And
once the patient passed away,
yeah,
you again had to call the son?
Yeah. We informed him, ma'am.
He was here or?
He came, ma'am. He was at home. He came. We given a PPE to him. He has seen her and thanked us for our efforts. That much what we can do for him, we have done.
Okay.
They come here.
The officials at the hospital say that for the more critical patients, they do sometimes allow relatives to meet the patients if they request and have PPEs for them to use.
Like, is it one at a time, or do they need to take prior permission before?
Everyone is not allowed to go to the COVID areas, right? Some of them who, they insist, they request, they plead, they show some aggression, because we understand that rightly means that their near ones and loved ones are admitted upstairs. So when there are repeated requests, we allow them to go to the floors.
Some, like Deepak Tiwari, were able to be with their loved ones when they breathed their last. He says his sister-in-law, admitted to the ICU for severe COVID, died in his arms.
How were you informed of your sister-in-law? Were you able to meet her one last time before?
Yeah, she left this word in my hand only at around 12:45 in the night. I was with her only, and they tried their best. They recovered her through CRP for after they did the CRP for I think 40-45 minutes. She recovered, but immediately after 10 minutes there was another cardiac arrest and we lost her.
What did they say? That she's not.
She is critical. She is critical. They said she is critical, and if you can meet, you are allowed to meet. So
The isolation and the stress of a COVID ICU can itself turn fatal.
I feel that it is the anxiety which killed her. I believe that it was her first admission in her lifetime. So she was not, I think, mentally strong enough to handle this admission process.
Dr. Anupama Singh is the head of internal medicine department at the hospital. She has just finished 7 hours of rounds with COVID patients.
But most of the support that patients derive or the comfort
The
that
marks
they
of her
derive really
PPE
comes from
still etched on her forehead.
nursing
The
staff
toll of the
as well as
second
the
wave
support staff. That's
visible.
very nice. So the volume of loss that we've seen over the last year is probably cumulatively greater than the number of patients we've lost in the entire
Career.
career. It's definitely greater.
How long have you been a doctor for, ma'am?
So 30 years
Wow.
plus now.
So in your 30
cumulatively much more loss than in 30 years of private practice, yes.
How has that been? How did?
Very traumatic. It's very traumatic. So while there is a lot of trauma for patients and for attendants, what people kind of don't understand that it's been very traumatic for doctors.
With camera person Xavier Thomas, this is Mariam Alavi for NDTV.